We are going to actually make a Halloween project tonight, and we're going to be using the leftover piece from when we made this box. If you guys remember, we took these craft sacks and we cut it at 4 3/8, and that left this piece here that I told you guys to save because we were going to make another project with this remaining piece. So that's what we're going to make tonight, is a project using this leftover piece from the craft sack. I'll show you that bag again really quick. These are the ones I used. They originally measure 3.5 by 2 by 6 3/4, and so the 6 3/4, of course, is the height, and I cut that to measure 4 3/8. But so that was for this part. For this, that measures, let's see, what does it measure? Oh, 3.5 by 2 3/8. Okay. Okay, so this piece here, which is gray granite, is what I'm going to use with this little piece, and it measures 7 5/8 by 3 3/4. But I'm going to set that aside for a few minutes. Originally, I was going to try to use this owl, but I kind of changed my mind. So I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to first stamp. I'm using 2 stamp sets tonight. So Spooky Sweets and Cauldron Bubble. I love both of them. Well, I love all the Halloween sets. So we're going to use the cat with Memento. And then we're going to stamp Rut-Row. Now Bella's wanting outside. I might have to text Brooke real quick. Rut-Row, I messed that one up. Let me try again. There we go. And, okay, so give me just a second. While I'm texting Brooke, I can multitask. Don't forget to share my video. I'm going to give 1 pack if you leave a comment on my blog for today. What was the blog post? Let me look really quick. Oh, it was just the Fast Fuse is available while supplies last, and the refill. So you can head over to my website, leave a comment. I'm going to give 1 of these away for a comment. The other 2, if you share my video, I'm going to draw 2 names. Candy away, and then we're also going to stamp the bats, and I'm going to use black StazOn for them. And I only want this little bat right there, the one in the middle, so I'm not too concerned about getting the other ones. And I want to stamp them upside down, right? I only wanted that one, and that's exactly what I got, so yay, perfect. Okay, so for the cat, I'm going to color her with my light smoky slate. A quick and dirty coloring, right? I can hear her footprints upstairs. Okay. We're going to be cutting her out, so it's okay that I went out of the line a little bit. I'm going to color her belly and her ears with Granny Apple Green. I thought about using the Highland Heather, but did I use the right marker? I did. Okay. So I'm going to get the Big Shot out. We're going to cut this one out using the stitch shape. Hopefully I gave myself enough room. I did. Okay, so we're going to cut that one out with the stitch shapes. And we're going to cut the cat out with the cat. And we're going to cut out a gray granite with the larger stitched shapes. So let me move this stuff over and I'm going to get the big shot. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, so now the cat is cut out. There she is. Now, put that in my bowl so I don't lose it. Okay, there's Spooky Sweets. And then one more, we're going to cut out the gray granite. Can I show you the bowl again? Sure. I have some candy in there that's going to go in this little treat holder that we're making. So this is the magnetic bowl that holds my framelits. Okay, let me get all the pieces in here. So the cat, the greeting, this bigger square. And now let's cut out our bats using the bat punch. And I'm not going to try to line up all the other ones because all I really want from this is this one right here. Okay, there's those two. This fence is in the farmhouse framelits. I should have went ahead and cut this out. Sorry, when I had the big shot. I can't remember the exact name. Farmhouse framelits. It's the Christmas framelits. And what I'm going to do is take my magnetic platform, add a cutting pad, and then place a piece of cardstock under the cutting pad. And then we're going to place that. So that's our sandwich. So all I've done is just added an extra piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to run it through. You bought that for your husband. That's funny. Yes, take it back. Okay, so there's the fence. It's so cool. Okay. I know I should be using that brush. I don't know where it is. Y'all know what my life has been like lately. Now we're ready to score this. So I'm going to place it on the landscape side, which is the 7 5/8 side. So 7 5/8. And I'm going to score it at 1 5/8 and 1 7/8 and then 4 5/8 and 4 7/8. Now we're going to take this image, which is from the same stamp set. The only thing that we used from a different stamp set was just the cat. So Spooky Sweets is this image right here. I'm assuming those are clouds. And we're going to take basic gray ink. I do have the brush. I just don't know where it is. If y'all were to see my office, you would think I'd lost my mind. So I'm just going to stamp this across this whole piece, but I'm stamping off because I don't want it really thick or dark. I want it light. And any holes that I have, I'm making sure I cover them up so that it's just like it has texture, right? Okay, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna leave this open because now I want to sponge the edges. Kelly, my live videos for now are on Monday evenings at 7. Yeah. I changed them from Friday because I found that I was going out of town a lot of the Fridays. And so I changed them to Monday. Now that life should get back to normal, I'm going to try to schedule a daytime one. Another day of the week. So I'll add another live video. I got to recover from the wedding, though. My husband and I both said that we need a vacation to get over everything. We all felt like we had the flu this weekend. We were so tired. But it was fantastic. No complaints. Everything turned out lovely. All my worrying was for nothing. Okay, I'm going to close this up. Oh, wait. One more thing. I want to sponge this piece. I love the little fence too. Okay, and we're going to lightly sponge this one. Okay. Now, I'm going to use something that is not our product, but when I became a demonstrator in 2002, this was one of the items that was available. It was a different style, a different type, but we used to have a Xyron, so I'm using Contraband. We don't sell these, but for this little fence, this Xyrons just make everything so much easier. So if you have never used one, it's pretty easy. Chase, we've used these things for years and years and years. Chase used it to make his Ghostbusters proton pack. Is that what it's called? I don't know. So what that does is it just puts adhesive on everything. I think I got that one from QVC, but I've had bigger ones, or I still have bigger ones. They're just in different locations of my house. So it puts adhesive on the entire thing. Okay. I'm going to put that in the trash so that I don't get it on myself. And then I'm going to take my paper piercer and just kind of get some of that adhesive that's in between the lines out of there. I do have that silicone mat thingy here that I can use. That should be good, but I don't want to put that back in there yet. Okay, so now where I'm going to place it is down here at the bottom, and at the very, very bottom. Okay, now I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the extra. Hey, Michelle, I'm doing good. I'm alive. Okay, now let's go ahead and attach this bag. So what I'm going to do is take my Fast Fuse. So those of you that did not see my blog post today, these are available while supplies last. The vendor, the people that Stampin' Up! Got them from, contacted them and said they had made some extras and did they want to buy them, and they said yes. So we have a very small amount. Well, I say a small amount, I can't remember the amount, but anyway, they're available until they sell out again. So I put the Fast Fuse on that side, and then I'm going to put it on this side as well. And I still have the same struggles, even though I love this stuff. Just got to remember to flip the wrist. One more piece. And then this one right here, make sure when you fold it over that you don't exceed this score line right there, okay? So just want to make sure that I go right there. And then that creates our little pocket. So I have some candy here that you can see that will fit. So these little fruit gushers will fit in there. A gift card will fit in here. I think the York peppermint patty will fit in there. The sweet tarts, the M&Ms, any of those little snack size things, they fit in here, okay? Yeah. So we'll decorate it and then we'll add the candy later. This one, I'm gonna add with a dimensional. Right in the middle. Okay, so this is going to go here, but when you attach it, you have to remember to not attach it on the bottom because you want to be able to open it, okay? So I'm just going to put dimensionals on the top part. I think that looks pretty good, right? Yeah. Then we're going to add a bat right about there. So I'm going to get my mini dimensionals for this one. Oh gosh, Elaine, that's so sad that she had to postpone her wedding. Oh, bless her heart. And then, where's that other bat? I knew I was gonna misplace one of them. There it is. Okay. And then this one's going to go over here on the side. Right about there is good. And we need some stars. Oh, that's one of the things I don't have in front of me. I'm going to use the Twinkle Punch. I'm not real sure that's the official name. So I want 2 of this medium-sized star. And then I want 1 of the small one. And now we're going to use the Take Your Pick tool. You know what? Let's add the cap first, because that might make a difference of where we're going to add. Oh. So this cat is actually going to keep this piece down, keep it closed, just like that, okay? You can add some ribbon if you want, but so when you go to open it, you just kind of have to, her little Just make sure you place it in the right spot because you don't want to take her head off. You can make it a little lower so it isn't so difficult. Let's see. I can make it a little lower. There you go. Okay, now we're going to add the stars. So, oh, thank you for the hearts. So I've got my liquid glue. I'm going to open up my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to place my stars here on the silicone sheet, and then I'm going to put a dab of glue on each star. And if you get too much glue on it, which I always do because I have a heavy hand, you can just take your paper piercer and just pick some of that glue up and just put it on a scratched piece of paper. I always clean the glue off of my tools with those little alcohol pads. Okay, so I'm going to start with this larger one, and I've picked it up with the little putty end of the tool, and then I'm just going to add one star there, and then one star over here, and then this teeny tiny one. This is just like the rhinestones. I never know where to put that third one. I'm good with two, but it's the third that stumps me. Okay, I think we're done. Wow, I made that really quick, didn't I? Oh, I was going to show you my my version from earlier that I made today. I have to say that I changed it so many times. So here's the one I made earlier. Here's the one we just made. This one, excuse me, doesn't have the candy in it. This one does. So without the candy, it's a little flatter. If you put a gift card in there, it definitely makes it, yeah, flatter. Here's another version that I was working on today that you could use ribbon to keep it closed, and then you can decorate it the same way. Michelle. Yeah, and you want to make sure that you keep your tip on too so that it doesn't dry it out. And I've used this type of tool for many years, so I just kind of reshape it. And yeah, keep your lid on. And I keep the extra tool in my chick stand so that I can keep track of it.